All right, welcome back. And in this video, now we're going up into this level, the second level, which is the funnel. Ease of use, or how easy it is for you to maintain the website, create the content, create your funnels, all of that falls into the ease of use part, and then the integrations part. So these two are going to be covered just by that one plugin for now. We can get into details later. And then we'll look at search and marketing portions of it. All right. So let me bring up the website again. What I did was I downloaded the pro version. I'm going to upload it here. So one of the things that we need to understand in WordPress environment is you have the free plugins that are available from the WordPress repository. So like when I clicked on add new, you'll see all these plugins that are shown here. And obviously I can search, let's say Elementor. That should show me all the Elementor related plugins that are available. So Elementor itself is quite popular, as you can see. And then you have add-ons that enhance this plugin, right? So like essential add-ons enhances this. This has its own pro version. This is free, but then this has its own pro version. This is free, which expands on the free version of Elementor, but then this also has its own pro version. So you can see like every business is trying to address a different need, and then they offer value. Like 600,000 people, 1 million people are downloading this free version that enhances the free version of Elementor, but then they also have their own pro version of it. So if you're new, I think that this is an eye-opener. So now what I want to do is upload the premium version of Elementor Website Builder. I log into elementor.com. I download the pro version. I have it downloaded over here. I would just click on upload. So this is a second way that you can install a plugin, which is through an upload. And you would just click here and then click on install. Now that I have the Elementor plugin installed, I need to connect and activate it. So every plugin has a different way of doing this. I'm just going to go through the Elementor process here. A majority of them would just give you a key that you would use to connect. So now that's taken care of, now let's go to the settings for Elementor. And now I just want to show you integrations. So now you have Mailchimp, Drip, ActiveCampaign, GetResponse, MailerLite, a whole bunch of additional integrations that are available to you. And if you are looking to, let's say, capture a lead and send them over to your MailerLite account, you already have that integration. You might not need anything else, right? The majority of the time, that's not the case, but just want to show you that the plugin itself has a lot of functionality built in. So now, if we go over to our settings page, from a design perspective, there are so many different options for you to build out your content design and layout. Gutenberg is the default WordPress editor. Elementor is an add-on that uses a different user experience. So one of the things that you will notice is when we go to a visit website, this sample page and this blog page, there are two different content types. Remember, our posts is the hello world, and sample page is called a page. So let me just show you that real quick again. So pages is our sample page, right? Sample page. And then posts is our hello world. So articles that you write consistently. The way you want to start thinking about creating content is your blog posts. They're just going to be mostly text and images, right? So in just some formatting like H2, H3s, lists, bullet points and whatnot, and then maybe an image or two in there or a video in there. But majority of the time, that is the overall scope of that content. You don't need custom designs like you would on a homepage where you're showing testimonials or you're showing a call to action to get people to sign up to something. So a homepage or your service page is going to have completely different requirements in terms of design compared to a blog page, which only has like an image or video and then a bunch of content, and the content is formatted. So when you are creating content for your blog, you want to stick with the default Gutenberg editor. When you're creating your homepage or your services or your offering, your sales page, then you probably want something more robust like Elementor that will allow you to create those pages a little bit more easier. And that's why we're using Elementor. So now with that explained, let me go to the front page. Here's the front page. If I click on edit page, you'll notice that I don't have any other options here, like edit with Elementor is not there, because initially this page was created using the default editor, which is the Gutenberg editor. So I'm going to click on edit page. Now that we have Elementor installed, we have this option to edit with Elementor. So if I were to click this right now, what it would do is take this content, copy it into Elementor, and let you design it from there. So I'm going to click on that, and it's just confirming that you want to move that content over. So now that the page has loaded inside the Elementor, you'll notice that my section, my column, the text editor, and the text editor is where all that content is. So here, if I wanted to add a button or a video or an image, I can just drag and drop it over there, and that puts the image there. So that is your Elementor editor, and these are this menu item here. I'm going to move this over to the right-hand side. It just shows you all the different widgets. Here are the free ones. With the Pro version, you have all of these additional widgets that are available to us. And like I said, like if you were to add an additional plugin like Essential Add-ons, they bring their own widgets in here and just makes designing and implementing a unique design that much simpler. I'm actually going to leave that as is right there. I'll save. Now let me show you what is happening in the front end and the back end as well, right? So here, if you had an image here, it would display that image. Now, if I were to go back to the dashboard and click on pages, you will notice now that the sample page is front page, and it also has the Elementor tag there. What that means is this page is being built with this editor. You'll notice that privacy policy does not have Elementor next to it. That means this is still using the Gutenberg editor. So let me go in and show you how you would add an image in the Gutenberg editor. Here you are. This list view just shows you all the elements that are on this page. So a bunch of paragraphs and headings, right? And I can click on the plus sign here, look for image, and let's say I want to drop the image right under that setting there. Let's see if I have anything in the media library. I don't. And I'm actually gonna publish that. Publish new page. So now this privacy policy page has an additional thing there. going to click on dashboard. Here's a plugin, bonus plugin, if you will. You'll notice that there's a new version of Elementor. So that's another thing that you need to be aware of when it comes to maintaining your website. What's happening here is Elementor Pro has a new version. And if you have the license configured, which we do in this case, we should be able to update it. For some reason, it's saying not available. I'm not going to look into that right now. I want to show you a good plugin that I install on pretty much all my website for images, and it's called Instant Images. And basically what it does, it goes through these free image repositories like Unsplash or Pixabay, and you're able to just download right from your WordPress interface. You don't have to go out to that individual website and get images. So if I were to go to media, you'll see that Instant Images right there under media. I'll download an image. Let's say I want to download that image right there. If I go to the library, we should have that image over here. If I click on that image, you'll notice in the file URL, you can copy the URL here, but this is what I wanted to show you. This is where it's being loaded. WP content, that's our main folder, uploads 2301. So WordPress is creating the 2023 folder and then January 1 folder, and then saving that file there. And how did that happen? That happened because in our settings, if you remember from our initial video, it said organize my uploads into month and year based folders. Now, if I were to remove that and save it, so what I'm saying is just put everything in my uploads folder, right? So now if I go back to that, the initial image that I downloaded, that is still in that folder. I can't really move it around without getting into FTP and whatnot. So this is something that you need to be aware of up front. So let's say I want to download this image now. I'm going to go back to my library and let's go look at this image. Now you will see that I'm on WP content uploads and then the file name itself. So that 2023 folder and then the 01 folder inside of 2023 is gone. So ideally, I personally like to keep all my images in one central location without the month and the year, and then use an additional plugin to actually do the organization. So that's just my personal preference, and it's something that you need to be aware of. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, so now let's get back to pages. Let's go back to our privacy page, which is where I was initially trying to install that image or add that image. So here I can click on Media Library this time. And here, Instant Images, since I have the plugin now, I can just go to Instant Images and install. Let's say I'm looking for WordPress related images. And here you can say build a website, let's download that image. And select that. So now that image got inserted here. In terms of your options on how you can lay out this image, all of those things are available to you within the block editor, the Gutenberg editor from here. But if you're using Elementor, then it has its own settings. So you're really learning two different ways to create content, one in the Elementor builder and one in the Gutenberg builder. Personally, people might think that it's overcomplicating things, but from a design perspective, it's easier, in my opinion, to create custom pages in Elementor than it is to create it in Block Editor, because Block Editor is going through some rapid changes and things are just constant change, which makes it harder to learn right now, because it's something new and something that's being built out as we speak. We'll leave it at that for now, for this video, where we're talking about the design options, and then in Elementor, and then design options in your Gutenberg editor. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Again, please hit that like and subscribe button if you found value in this video. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.